Welcome to another broadcast of South Christian High School football. This week, the Sailors of South Christian welcome the Holland Christian Maroons. It's another beautiful Friday night to play football. I'm Mike Vinlon. Joining me for this BCTV broadcast of Sailor football is my son, Mike Vinlon Jr. We also have my daughter, Melissa Vinlon, up here in the booth spotting for us, helping us to try to figure out who's carrying the ball and who's making the tackles. The Sailors come into this ball game ranked 10th in the state in Division IV with a 1-1 record, losing game one 35-28 to a tough Grand Rapids Christian team. And in game two, just last week, right here at Waddell Field, the Sailors scored a big win over Byron Center, 35-19. Mike, you played on a South Christian football team that went to the Dome. Just briefly, can you know what it takes to be a champion? What are your thoughts on the team so far this year, and what do the Sailors need to accomplish tonight?
Well, real quick, Dad, South Christian went up against a great team that was more physical, more aggressive, and more ready to play football. I hope that was an eye-opener for them, and the seniors on this team cannot rest on their accomplishments from last team. Winning the state championship does not guarantee you a spot in the playoffs for this year. For every year in high school football, it's a new year for them. That's what makes it so much fun. During that first game, we saw a pretty good South Christian offense with Grant Webster using some of his speed and moves in the running game, but there were too many turnovers and mistakes, too many to win. Last week, we saw a very good offensive team in the field, again for South Christian. This time, Adam Sizeward used a lot around the ends from a quarterback position and led the attack. Adam has only ran for about 170 yards and also completed 3 key passes for another 60 yards of offense. And of course, a 65-yard fumble return to an end zone by Joe Dykhouse was another big momentum shifter. Last week, South Christian took advantage over the turnovers and mistakes of the Bulldogs, resulting in a win. For this game, I'd like to see some better defense, especially from the Bandits or the outside linebacker positions. They need to do a better job containing the opponent's running game in the middle of the field. South Christian last week rushed for about 350 yards, while their defense from Byron Center gained over 260 yards on the ground. Too many yards to give up if they're going to be a true playoff contender. Also, I'd like to see the offensive line be more aggressive. They blocked well at the line of scrimmage last week, but they could do a better job of getting downfield for that second block or even sticking with their blocks. Maybe we can have some longer runs going on. Finally, as in games 1 and 2, turnovers will be important in this game, although against Holland Christian, basically another first-year football team, we might be able to overcome some mistakes and turnovers. Back to you, Dad.
Okay, thanks, Mike. We've got Diepenhurst kicking off for the Holland Christian Maroons, and it looks like Webster taking the kick back at about the 5-yard line, coming up the right side. Got a hole, breaks a tackle, still coming up the right side, finally pushed out of bounds by number 54 for Holland Christian, Veldhaus. Nice run back by Grant, and the Sailor offense takes the field. The offense is led by the offensive line there. We've got Scott Hookwater at center, got Wearing and Gears at the guard positions, and Monsma and Potgetter playing the tackle positions. Staub and Stite, that's Mike Staub and John Stite, are at the ends. Matt Baker is in the backfield. He's a sophomore that was pulled up, and then Cinema and Webster and Sizeward the rest of the backfield. And the first carry goes to Webster, and he moves forward off tackle there for about 8 yards. How they look so far, Mike?
They're looking pretty decent. That's a nice run towards the outside again.
Okay, Sizeward putting his huddle together. It's second and about 3 yards to go. Nice 7-yard gain on the first play. As you said, Mike, the key here on the offense is maybe some extra blocking going on. Okay, up the middle there, I did not catch the number. It looks like
Ryan Cinema.
Okay, Ryan Cinema carrying from that slot back position. And Vanderveen and Vanderluck were on the tackle for Holland Christian. It's a Sailor first down.
First and 10 from the Maroon 43-yard line.
Okay, Cinema's in the slot again, and we've got up the middle by Matt Baker, his first varsity carry, and he gains about 6 yards. Be second and 4. Saw Matt play last week against Byron Center. He had a good game on the JV level, but it is different playing at the varsity level. So far, he seems to have made the adjustment. Same backfield setup, and the carry around the right end to Grant Webster, who picks his way and is finally forced out of bounds there by number 25, Justin Cracker. Looks like a Sailor first down again. Well, Mike, you think they'll stick with the running attack, or do you think Blackwire put the ball up in the air a little bit?
That's a good question there, Dad. Looks like he might stick with it for the first quarter. He's kind of liking this run.
Yeah, he's not, I would say he would run every play if he could. Okay, we've got Cinema in the backfield, and he gets the, actually Cinema's got the ball around the left side there. There's a penalty, there's a flag on the field, and that touchdown may be coming back. I'm guessing that there's a some sort of holding or blocking penalty. That's a preliminary indication, holding against the Sailors. That'll come back. So the first touchdown, first time in the end zone, comes back due to a penalty. We were talking about mistakes earlier, and that's the first mistake. I did not, it's that holding occurred on the far side of the field from us, and I did not see it from up here in the booth. Well, it looks like the Maroons are going to need to stop this running attack if at all possible. If they're going to, if they have any hope at all of keeping this game close. Okay, Sizewerde under center. Cinema off to the right wing. In motion is Webster. And there's a fumble on the snap.
Fumble on the play. Sizewerde recovered.
It looks like Sizewerde recovers the ball there. Looked like the exchange from Hookwater to Sizewerde didn't quite make it. At any rate, Sizewerde had no opportunity to run the play, and Sailors did a nice job hanging onto the ball, I guess.
Ball is on the Holland Christian 24-yard line.
That'll be 2nd and 7. Sizewerde stumbles back, but he gets the handoff to Grant Webster, who does make it around the right side, and again is forced out of bounds, using his speed to get to the outside, and is tackled by number 24, Brett Kuipers.
24, Brett Kuipers.
And that is a Sailor first down.
First down, Sailors.
So once again, the Sailors are able to get outside.
First and 10 Sailors.
It doesn't look like Holland Christian's able to contain at all.
Agreed.
Okay, you've got Webster in the slot to the left side, Cinema and Baker in the backfield, and the ball goes to Cinema, trying to go around the right side, and 24 does make a nice stop there. That's Brett Kuipers. Nice job keeping the Sailors inside on that one. Gain of about 1, it'll be 2nd and 9. South Christian coming up to the ball now. Got Cinema on the slot on the right side. Fake up the middle, hand off to the second man, and he's met at the line of scrimmage there by number 45 and 50.
Number 27.
Got Jeff Nykirk and Josh Veldkamp making the stop. How about that offensive line blocking, Mike?
It was looking pretty decent. There was a couple one-hit wonders out there yet, but maybe we can improve on that as we go on in the game.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game, that you know, the line's been blocking good, but maybe we're looking for that second and third block and some sustained blocks here. It's 3rd and 1. Second ball, Grant Webster right up the middle, big hole. Nice job by the offensive line, and looks like he got into the end zone on that. So there's the second touchdown of the night for the Sailors, the first one that counts. The touchdown about 5 plays earlier being called back for offensive holding. This time they punch it up the middle, offensive line on the right side doing just a beautiful job there. Okay, for the extra point, we've got number 1, Adam Sizewerde doing the holding, and the kicking is done by number 34, David Kuhl, and the extra point is good.
Sizewerde, kicked by Kuhl, is good. And with 8 minutes
so we have
left in the first quarter.
Score in the ball game now 7-0 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game.
First
Mike?
quarter, Dad.
First quarter. Thanks. Well, Mike, as you were talking about before the game started, hoping that South Christian will go through this game improving upon the mistakes and turnovers that have led to some problems in the earlier games. But with Holland Christian being new to the OK Gold, they're coming into the league with a tradition of having some really great basketball teams over the years, and they also have a real good soccer team this year and a good cross-country team. So we know they have the athletes, but the football is something of a new program for them, and they started the program 5 years ago with a 7th grade team, and those 7th graders are their current seniors. They've added a team every year, and now they're up to the varsity level. And so we welcome them to the OK Gold, and we welcome them to our home field here tonight. South Christian getting ready to kick off. Again, it'll be David Kuhl doing the kicking, and deep for Holland Christian. Looks like number 16 and number 11. No, that can't be right.
61.
61. Here's Kuhl's kick. And takes a bounce, and they pick it up on the first bounce, coming up the middle. Breaks some tackles, goes through, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. So the Holland Christian will get the ball for the first time. We'll see what type of offense they have. They have the ball on the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position. I think last week they threw the ball quite a bit in their 44-13 loss. According to my records, they threw the ball 26 times last week, so we'll see what they come out there with. Handoff up the middle to 45 and immediately stopped on defense by Ryan Gears. Ball carrier 45, Jeff Nykirk. Ryan Gears plays at nose guard position. Not the biggest nose guard you're going to see on the field, but plays it pretty tough.
One of the toughest I've seen. Him and Steve Burgess last year had a great duo up in the middle.
And Steve, of course, graduating and handing the reins over to Ryan now. Okay, from the shotgun, nice pass by Tyler Zorhoff to his receiver, number 36, Peterson. It's a gain of about 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5. So we saw on the first play, Holland Christian ran out of a traditional T formation. Second play, they came right out of there in the shotgun, throwing the ball. So I think we're going to see the ball put up in the air a little bit tonight. And we've got number 99, Ted Rosendahl. He's wide on this side. Split out again. They're in the traditional snap formation here. Rosendahl in motion, back to pass, but immediately met by the South Christian defense, and we've got number 9 there, Scott Hextra. And we're going to see a replay of that, I think. I'd like to see
Watch Hextra come around the end.
Scott come crashing in. Heckman's playing that bandit position or that outside linebacker position, which Mike, you talked about before the game as being a critical position. Here he is. He's on the left side coming from the top of your screen. And we'll see what happens here. Looks like just nobody touches him. He just goes right in there, wraps his arms around, and makes a nice quarterback sack. 82 doing the punting for Holland Christian. And we got Seiswerda picking the ball up at the 30, catching at the 30. There's a lot of Holland Christian Maroons there, and he does return it for about 5 yards. Tackled by about 5 different Holland Christian football players. And there is a yellow flag down on the grass. So we'll see what the call is here.
Initial hit by Holland Christian, number 50, Josh Meltkamp.
Penalty is going to be against the Sailors. And it looks like it's a 10-yard penalty. I didn't see the indication from the referee there.
Illegal block against South Christian.
Illegal block against South Christian.
Sailors take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard
Okay,
line.
so 2 blocking penalties so far, the only penalties of the game, both against South Christian. So now it's 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line. Seiswerda under center. And hand off to the first man right up the middle. That would be Matt Baker.
Baker, the Sailor ball carrier. Tackle by number 60, Vanderlucht.
And the tackle is by
2
60,
yards.
Vanderlucht. That'll make it second down and 8 for the Sailors, who've had good success running around to the outside. Not such good success running up the middle so far tonight. And Sizewerde calls his own number and comes around the right side, but it looks like the entire Holland Christian defense is there and led by 24, Brett Kuipers.
A lot of standing around on the offensive line. Once they know the play is not going to be a success, they just stop moving.
Yeah, they've got to continue that block. And I think maybe they might be thinking that the Holland Christian team is going to be a pushover, but they will have a good team. If they don't have a good team this year, they'll make one in the future. There's Grant Webster with the ball, and he fights through a couple tackles. Again, the Holland Christian defense led by number 24, Brett Kuipers. And that is enough for a first down, just barely. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors at the 35-yard line. Yeah, the Sailors, the first 2 teams to play Holland Christian have scored 44 points each. And the Sailors have scored on their first possession, but their first possession. But they're struggling a little bit. This time, Sizewerde goes back to pass, rolling to his left, and number 14 is wide open, takes the ball, and he's going to go into the end zone. So we open up the offense with a pass to Grant Webster from Sizewerde for 6 points, and we're going to see that one again. There he is, Sizewerde rolling to his left. He's a right-handed thrower. Nice throw, right on the money to a wide open Grant Webster, and then Grant Webster has good speed. And there's not anybody there that's going to catch him easily into the end zone. And again, we've got Sizewerde holding for the extra point with David Kuhl doing the kicking. Snap the hold, floats it through the end zone or through the uprights for a extra point. 14-0, Sailors over the Maroons. And this rate, Sailors are scoring about every 4 minutes. So we've got 14-0 with 4:25 left in the first quarter. Yeah, we talked about the Holland Christian team being a first-year team. They're off to an 0-2 start. They lost 44-0 week 1 to Calvin Christian, and last week they lost 44-13 to a tough Middleville team. It's going to take some time for them to get up to speed in football, but I know their athletic director, Mickey Phelps, will put together a quality program like he's done with everything else at Holland Christian, and it won't be long before Holland Christian will be a force in the OK Gold with the program that they're going to have and the athletes that they typically have. Speaking of putting their program together, last night the JV football, the South Christian Sailors won over Holland Christian 42-28. The freshmen lost to Holland Christian 45-13. I heard that was a big, very talented Holland Christian freshman team. Okay, we've got David Kuhl doing the kicking. And deep, I think that's number 86 for Holland Christian, was Timmerman. The ball comes up the right side, still on his feet. Some missed tackles out there. That was 51 with the return, Vanderveen.
Maroons take over 1st and 10 from their own 45.
Okay, it's 1st and 10 for Holland Christian. They're on their own 45-yard line. We've got Tyler Zerhoff taking the snap, and there's basically no gain on that play. Again, we had Ryan Gears right there in the middle,
Maroon ball
making the
carrier.
stop.
Tackled by Gears.
Be 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. That defensive front is, as we talked about earlier, is led by Ryan Gears, but the other big guy in there is get back to that thought here in a second. Nice pass to Brian Scott. Tyler Zierhoff completing the throw to Brian Scott. Yeah, that defensive line, you know, we've got big Tim Vanderhyde in there at defensive tackle. We've got Jimmy Baker on the line. Those guys have stopped the run up the middle. We've had a little bit of problem stopping the run around the outside. But it looks like Holland Christian came here tonight to throw the ball. So far, they've had pretty good success. Okay, Zierhoff taking the snap, going back to throw again. Overthrows it, and just a nice effort there by Chris Van Ryn, trying to get the tipped ball, diving for the potential interception.
That defensive line has put some good pressure on that quarterback.
Yeah, the defensive line so far has played well, stopping the interior run and getting a good rush in on Zierhoff. Not giving him much time to throw. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10 for the Holland Christian Maroons. Zierhoff taking the snap from the center. We've got 80 in motion coming our way. That's Chad Bauman. Long throw, and Van Ryn is there to catch it. Chris Van Ryn with the interception.
Again, Gears is right there on the quarterback for the second time tonight.
Okay, good pressure from the defensive line, resulting in a turnover. And we'll see a replay of that, I hope. Here comes Gears. There goes the throw, and just probably ill-advised throw. But Van Ryn's back there, had it played perfectly. And the Sailors start at their back at the 5-yard line, 95 yards to go. But we'll see what sort of drive they can put together. Okay, there's a gain by Matt Baker doing the running. Looks like about a 9-yard gain. Pretty close to a first down. They're going to call it first down. 10-yard gain. Nice run by Matt Baker. Now we've got number 30, Hesslink, coming in for Cinema. Hesslink, one of the leaders on defense. Also plays some offense there around the running back positions. He's in the slot on the right side. Looks like they're running this way. And it's Webster, met by 2 Maroons, and they take him down after a small gain. Got number 24 and number 27 on the tackles. That's Brett Kuipers and John Skierbeck. Gain of about a long 1 yard or a short 2 yards. And 23 checking back in along with number 32 for the Sailors. That's Tim Dycraft. Hookwater up at the ball. Sizewerda behind, giving the count. In motion is Webster, and the ball goes. It's a throw to 32, Dycraft. Big target. Tim Dycraft with the catch. Sizewerda looking good throwing so far, Mike.
Yes, he is. Nice protection on the line. Receivers are getting out there, getting open.
Yeah, Dycraft just running a crossing pattern there, right to left. Looked like he was pretty well open. Good protection, as you said there, from the offensive line. Sizewerda some time to throw. And I think he's perfect on throwing so far. We haven't missed one yet. And if you'd like a copy of this football game, tonight's event, you can call BCTV at 616-878-6864. The tapes are $10 each. There's another throw by Sizewerda. This time he hits 23, Ryan Cinema. Rolls to his right. Hits another open receiver. Again, good protection from the line, and it's another Sailor first down.
The attack was made by John Skirby, Holland Christian.
I'm surprised a little bit that we're throwing, but maybe Bob Blackwire is just trying to figure out what he's got for an offense here.
That could be. He's also been stopped a couple times around the end.
So we'll see what they do now. We're at about the 48-yard line. Looks like a blitz coming in from the Maroons. Sizewerda throwing again, and it's deep this time to Webster, and he just overthrew him. Webster was back there, and good coverage by the Maroons there, number 88, Tyler Hopp. Some of the other sports activity earlier this week, cross country, Monday, the Sailors were at the Middleville Invitational. Congratulations to the boys team for finishing second, and to the girls team for finishing third in the Middleville Invitational. Nice job by the cross country teams there. Hey, it'll be 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass, probably the first incomplete pass that I can think of. Sizewerda keeps the ball around the right side, sidesteps a couple tacklers, and eventually is met after about a 5-yard gain.
Nice trap block there by guard Ryan Gears.
Gears with a good block, and then tackled by number 86, Timmerman.
That's the end of the first quarter.
There we go. That's the end of the first quarter. We've got a 14-0 score. Sailors over the Maroons, and it'll be Sailor football as we come back to the second quarter. I'd like to thank BCTV for this broadcast. If you'd like to know more about BCTV, you can visit their website. It's www.byrontv.com. And with us tonight, helping out with the broadcast, as always, we've got the assistant manager of BCTV, Patrick Vidro. And Patrick, as always, does a nice job with this. We've also got production assistant Paul DeLue working tonight. So thanks, Patrick and Paul, for the good work that you do. We don't get to hear your voice, but you're back there doing most of the work. If you go on the Byron TV website, you can also look at who the board members are. There's representatives from the Byron Township Board, from the Byron Center School Board. There's representatives from Byron Center High School and from South Christian High School, as well as the Byron Center Middle School and Byron Center Christian Middle School. And then there are some community members as well. So opening up the second quarter, it'll be Sailor football. 3rd down and 3 to go. Sailors putting together a good effort of running and passing. Sizewerda looking good, throwing the ball. The offensive line giving them good protection, time to throw. This time he hands off to Cinema, and Cinema carries the ball for about 10 yards. And we've got Brett Kuipers on the tackle for the Maroons, but it'll be a first down for the Sailors. Okay, 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line.
White Pontiac, license number XUS955. The lights are on.
Okay, Sizewerda fakes it twice and drops back to throw again, and the receiver is number 31, Mike Staub. Looked like Mike was, I don't know if he was looking over his left shoulder or if he got bumped and turned that way, but the pass came over the right shoulder and a little bit too long. Pretty good coverage back there by the Maroons. Sizemore coming to the sidelines now to get the play from Coach Bob Blackwire. Second and 10. Big Scott Hookwater coming up the line for the snap. One backfield, and we've got Webster in motion to the right, and he gets the ball, and Webster uses his speed
14,
to
Webster
make it around that
Sailor
right end. He's
side.
brought down by number 88, Tyler Hopp from Holland Christian.
Tackled by number 88.
Gets about 4 yards, just going to make it 3rd and 6. And do you think they're going to run it or throw it here, Mike?
You know, Dad, I don't think I give you an accurate answer, but on my best guess, they're going to throw it right to our side over here on the Sailor side. Nice little pitch pass.
Okay, he has not been afraid to throw tonight. Fakes it twice, and he's keeping it around the left side. Well, he had the side pick correctly. And Sizemore gets
Number 1,
brought down again by
That was
Tyler
Sailor
Hopp,
first down.
who seems to be making a lot of tackles for Holland Christian.
88.
But that is a first down for the Sailors. Sizemore coming around the left end there.
Nice block that time by number 55, Wieringa.
And Wieringa made the block, pulling out. He had a great game last week against Byron Center. Pretty much put on a blocking clinic for folks. Now it's 1st and 10. We'll see what it looks like. Gives it to the first guy through. That's number 27, Matt Baker, who does not make it into the end zone, but he's only about a yard short.
Baker, the Sailor ball carrier.
It was right up the middle.
Tackled
Nice
by
little
number 30,
242
Overway.
play.
242, that's kind of the bread and butter for running up the middle for South, isn't it?
That would have to be probably one of his favorite running plays.
From the maroon 2-yard line.
And the key to that is the offensive guards. So good job by the offensive line there, and Matt Baker just running forward to doing a nice job bringing it up to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Sailors. Okay, 22 gets the ball this time.
Number 23, Ryan Cinema in for the
Or
Sailor
23, I'm
touchdown.
sorry, that's Cinema. Cinema carries it into the end zone. Nice big hole by the offensive line. I think we're starting to see that offensive line gain a little bit of confidence and open up some beautiful holes.
They're starting to learn a little bit.
Of course, it helps when you throw the ball once in a while and keeps the defense on their toes as well. Here's the extra point try by Cool. And it is not good.
Extra point attempt, no good. And with
So the
9
score
minutes and
remains
48
now
seconds
20
left in the
to
first
nothing.
half, Sailors 20, Maroons 0.
20 to nothing. We're about 9 minutes and 48 seconds left in the second quarter. South Christian on top of Holland Christian. Continuing along with some of the other sports activity earlier this week from South Christian with boys golf. They lost a tough one to Caledonia, 149 to 150. Two pretty good teams probably meeting up on the golf course there, and South Christian just coming up a little bit on the short end. On the other hand, the girls basketball team had a win over Northern Michigan Christian, 65 to 25. And the girls basketball team will play Byron Center next week, and that'll be a good game. Byron Center having one of the probably one of the best teams in the area, but the South Christian Sailors girls basketball team showing some real strong performances already this season. Okay, we've got Cool teeing it up. And deep for the Maroons.
Cool kicking off for
Looks
the
like
Sailors.
51 Vanderveen and 86 Timmerman. It's a little strange to have 51, basically a nose guard, back deep, but he must know how to run with the ball. We'll see what he does here as he catches it. Goes up the middle, gets met, and he's brought down by about 5 different
51,
Sailors.
Vanderveen takes the kickoff for the Maroons. Tackle by number 84, Nick Zylstra.
Here, if you hear the public address announcer, the 5 or 6 Sailors are led by number 84,
First and 10,
Zylstra.
Holland Christian from their own 28-yard line.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the Maroons, about the 28-yard line. Zerhoff under center with number 8 in motion, Scott. And they're going to run around the right side. Still on his feet. Gets around the right for, looks like, almost 10 yards. Should be pretty close to a first down.
With a keeper.
Brought down by Ellens, number 12, and number 5, Van Ryn. Looks like it's just short of a first down. So we're going to have a, if you don't have a measurement here, I'm going to call it 2nd and 1. Probably closer to 2nd and half. And Mike, there we saw it again, the offense, or the defense allowing the opponent's offense to get outside.
Yeah, and for a first-year varsity team, they're putting up some decent numbers against South Christian.
Yeah, they're moving the ball. They just have not put it in the end zone yet. Here's a throw. Oh, another interception. All right, here we go. Number 12 on the interception. That's Jason Ellens. Just made a tackle. Again, we have a flag on the play.
Intercepted by Ellens, but there is a flag on the play.
I think we're going to show a replay of that. Here we have Zeroff taking the snap, going back, rolling to his right. Pretty good time to throw, and then one person gets through, and Ellens just steps in front, makes a nice interception. Great job. And the penalty is against Holland Christian.
South Christian ball, 1st and 10 on the Holland.
So it'll be 1st and down, or
36-yard line.
1st and 10 from the Holland Christian 35-yard line. Looks like Holland Christian plays a 3-man defensive line. Then they move their ends over and strong people over depending on the formation. But we've got Baker with the ball, number 27, and that is a nice run by Matt Baker.
Nice big hole there.
Goes through the hole, and then he sidesteps and finds the openings downfield for a nice 15-yard gain there, bringing the ball up to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Tackle by 99 Ted Rosendale for the Holland Christian Maroons. Sizeward trotting back from the sideline after getting the play from Coach Blackwire. Well, I would guess if we can put this one in the end zone, we'll start to see some additional players getting some playing time here. And there's a delay of game against South Christian. A little bit too much time there to get that play in. By the time Sizeward trotted over to the sidelines, trotted back to the huddle, and got up, the time had expired on the play clock. So they'll go right into the huddle. I think he knows what play he's going to call. And here they come up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 15 now. Lots of time to throw. Wide open, 33 in the end zone. John Stite. Nice throw by Adam. Nice catch by John. Good job by the offensive line. Lots of time to throw. And we're dominating here. Here's a replay of that touchdown. Sizeward dropping back. You can see there's no pressure at all. Finds a wide open John Stite. Catches it. Two-handed catch in the end zone. Nice job. David Kuhl to kick the extra point. Adam to hold. And this time it's good. Makes it 27-0. With about just under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter.
7 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first half. Sailors 26, Maroons 0.
Okay, continuing with some other scores here. Girls tennis. They lost to Caledonia this week 5-3, and they came back on Wednesday against Middleville, winning 8-0. Boys soccer lost, unfortunately lost to Byron Center 3-2, and then later in the week lost to Holland Christian 1-0. So a tough week for the boys soccer team. Okay, the Sailors taking the ball, taking the field here for the kickoff. Again, David Kuhl doing the kicking. lining it up on the right hash mark. And again,
Number
deep,
34,
we've got
Poole, kicking again for South Christian.
Timmerman is deep, and
Timmerman and Vanderveen back
Vanderveen is
for
back there
Holland
also.
Christian.
So somewhat of a line drive kick to the 10-yard line. Brings it back into a pile, brought down.
Kick taken by number 51, Vanderveen.
51, and it was led by 23, Cinema, with the tackle. Other people involved on the tackle. About 3 or 4 other sailors. I didn't get their numbers.
There's just a swarm of them.
Maroons take over 1st and 10 from their own
Doesn't look
30.
like 61 does much running other than north-south when he comes back with the ball there. Or that's 51, I should say, Vanderveen.
Nice run up the middle by number 45.
Number 45, Jeff Nykirk, the Maroon ball carrier.
Nykirk on the carry, and he gains
Tackled by
about
number 89, Scott Overman.
6 yards with Overman on the tackle for the Sailors. Do have some new numbers in for defense. We'll try to get those to you. See number 27 out here playing on the outside backer. That would be Matt Baker. So I guess they're going to give him a shot at defense as well. Okay, handoff to the first guy on the left side. Not enough for, doesn't look like enough for a first down, but pretty close.
The Maroon ball carrier. Tackled by Hessling.
Tackled by Ryan Hesslink and Paul Richard.
Brings up 3rd down and less than a yard to go.
That's
for the
Andrew
Holland
Hesslink
Christian
and
first
Paul
down.
Richard. I knew I would do that sometime. A lot of Hesslinks have played football here for South Christian.
Yes, there is. This will be the 3rd one.
And there's a timeout for Holland Christian.
Timeout,
Score 27
Holland
to nothing. We're in the second quarter. South Christian Sailors against the Holland Christian Maroons. Timeout Holland Christian. And finish up the scores from this week. There's a girls swimming had 2 meets this week. That's a combined girls swimming team between the South Christian and Byron Center. And they lost to West Ottawa Tuesday, and then yesterday, Thursday, it was the Byron Center quad, and they finished 2nd during that event. And then the JV football, I'll give that to you one more time. Holland Christian, our South Christian Sailors beating Holland Christian 42-28 Thursday night. The freshmen losing to Holland Christian 45-13. So with that type of score, you can see that Holland Christian has got a program on the rise. They've got some freshmen that are playing JV ball. They've got some 10th graders that are playing varsity ball. And their varsity team is having some good success. Here we go, Holland Christian with the ball after their timeout. And they're going to pitch to the right side. Got number 71, Tim Vanderhyde, slowing the runner down, and then Matt Baker comes up to make the tackle. Looked like Tim got right through without being touched, but was not able to stop the runner. And it is enough to get for a first down for Holland Christian. Again, the Sailors probably need to improve on their defense as far as containing and trying to stop that off tackle and around the end runs there. Well, we'll see what Holland Christian does now with 1st and 10. They're back to pass, but just great penetration by number 94 coming in. That's Jimmy Baker from his defensive line position.
Jimmy Baker.
And I tell you what, that defensive line, you know, maybe we're not containing well, but the guys down there in their stance are doing their job. That interior of the line is doing a great job. And we got Sky Hexter checking in now. And coming off the field is number 35, Paul Richard. Hexter plays some defensive line. He plays some linebacker. Last week he got in at running back. Zerhoff is back to throw. Again, he's rushed the ball. because of the rush throw is intercepted. Matt Baker with the interception. Nice. Tim Vanderheide with a nice block there. Matt Baker makes the cut behind the block and goes into the end zone.
Just like to note that play was made possible by Ryan Gears. Another sack, almost sack. Gave quarterback some nice pressure there.
And there's a good job of teamwork during the game of football. Ryan Gears rushing the quarterback
Comes right
with a
right
rush
around
throw.
the end.
Here's a replay. And then Matt Baker being able to run under the ball. There's Ryan Gears. Here's the throw. Nice catch by Matt Baker. Now watch 71, Tim Vanderheide right there. There we go. Matt cuts right behind him into the end zone. Nice job by everyone involved. David Cool with the extra point. Almost blocked, but it's good. Makes it 34-0.
Extra point.
5
good.
minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter.
5:11 left in the
34
first half.
points.
Sailors 34, Maroons 0.
We're looking pretty good, huh?
I guess so.
Now my guess is that we'll see a second team offense come in, unless Coach Blackwell wants to try a few more plays to see what he's got with his first team. But right now, the defense is doing the job, getting the turnovers, this time scoring a touchdown, doing a good job.
Saw a little John Vandenberg warming up as quarterback. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the second string offense coming in.
Yeah, John runs the other offense, and he's played it. For what he's done this year so far, he's looked pretty good.
Cool kicking off for South Christian.
It'll be David Cool kicking off, and we've got number 51, Scott Vanderveen, and 82, Travis Walters, it looks like. Deep for the Maroons. It's 88, Tyler Hopp. At any rate, it goes to 51. He rambles up the field. Shoestring tackle there, number 84 at the 20-yard line. And that's Nick Zylstra. Tell you what, Nick Zylstra's been in on pretty much every tackle on those kickoffs, and we've had a lot of kickoffs so far this game. So doing a good job there on the special teams for the Sailors.
Holland Christian takes over 1st and 10 from their own 24.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Holland Christian. Ball is on about the 34-yard line, and South Christian is going to call a timeout. I think they're going to try to figure out who to put on the field here. If they want to put their starting defense or maybe get some playing time for some other people. Well, Mike, last week, South Christian coach Bob Blackwell was honored as the Detroit Lions High School Coach of the Week. And Bob, congratulations for that award. Mike, you played for Coach Blackwell. What are some of your memories?
Well, again, congratulations to Bob for that award. A couple of quotes that made the paper that made me laugh a little bit. But we're playing for the fun. And we've never been about wins or losses. Our goal is just to compete. Like most people involved in football, Coach Blackwell likes to win. I think he does a good job keeping it in perspective, though. There's a lot more to life than just football.
Yeah, he does a good job making sure the kids know that football is not the only thing in their life. They do need to go to school and do some other things too. Okay, here we go, 1st and 10. And it's handoff to the first guy he's met, but he met at the line, but breaks the tackle and brought down by
carried the ball.
the spotter here is trying to tell me who made the tackle, but I did not see the number there. It looked like number 46, Kurt Bolt. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Maroons. They come out, they've got number 80, Chad Bauman, who is split wide to the right here. And looks like he's back to throw. Fakes once, hits his guy slanting across the middle. Nice pass by Zierhoff. And
nice 12-yard gain right there.
stopped by number 12, Jason Ellens. That's a hard play
1st and 10, Holland Christian
for a high school football team to stop that slant pass across the middle. Best thing is for those defensive linemen to get in there like they've been doing. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Zierhoff coming up, taking the snap. And up the middle, breaks through and gets hit by 6 or 7 sailors,
Number 45,
led by
Nyker,
number 84,
ball carrier.
Nick Zylstra. Also in on the
Tackled
tackle.
by number 63, Dykehouse.
Got
and number
63,
84,
who is
Zylstra.
Joe Dykehouse. Joe Dykehouse had a big play last week, picking up that ball on defense, picking up the fumble and rambling it in, about 65 yards for a score. I was over on the Byron Center side when that happened. You could just feel the air come out of the crowd. Okay, Zierhoff under center, and again the handoff going up the middle, having good success there. That's number 36 for the carry.
36,
That's Peterson.
Peterson almost breaks one for a touchdown.
The tackle by number 7, Scott Massling.
Tackle by number 7,
Looks like a
Massling.
center ready play. Center had a quick jump on that, and the guards and the tackles were a little bit behind him on that one.
Yeah, we've been touting the play of that interior defensive line. Now the Maroons are having some good success running up the middle there. Maybe they're getting a little bit too anxious to put that big pass rush on. Well, here's Zierhoff under center. We'll see what they do on 1st and 10 in their own territory. A tough run up the middle. 76 doing a nice job blocking for the Maroons. That was
Number 45,
that's
Nyker,
Windowich.
the maroon ball carrier.
And 45 Nykirk was the carrier.
Tackled by number 63,
63 Joe Dykehouse on the tackle. Dykehouse is playing that middle linebacker position. Last week he was playing a little bit of bandit outside linebacker. Tonight he's in the middle there. Zierhoff hands off to number 36 for the run. He's still on his feet, probably enough for the first down. That's 36 Peterson.
Number 36, Peterson carried the ball.
And we had Jason Ellens on the tackle, number 12 for the Sailors. It is a first down for the Maroons. So they're putting together a little bit of drive here. They've got 2 minutes to go until halftime. First and 10, they're on the about 32-yard line, 33-yard line.
First and 10, Holland Christian on the Sailor.
Well, we'll see if this
31-yard
Sailor
line.
defense can step it up a notch and keep their shutout going for this game so far. Again, up the middle, this time the Sailor defensive
Peterson
line is
carries
there.
the ball for
We've got a
Holland
bunch of people there on the tackle. I saw 63 again, who was Joe Dykehouse. I've got number 84, Nick Zylstra.
Tackled by 80, tackled
I've
by
got 76,
number 89,
Zach
Overman.
Youngsma. Way to
And
go,
number
Zach.
76, Youngsma.
Yeah, that's probably all
Timeout,
175
Christian.
pounds of Zach. Not the biggest defensive lineman you're going to see, but
Information from
great
other
kid.
Sailor fall sports. The ladies
And
basketball team
timeout on the
defeated
field.
Northern Michigan Christian 65-25.
Mike, any other thoughts on Coach Blackwire?
Yeah, I had a couple more. He's also a very intense person for an involved coach. He knows that there's more to life than just football, but he's also very intense on the field. He knows how to get the most out of the players. I remember, a lot of screaming and yelling when we weren't doing our best, and that just, for the most part, brings the best out of us. He also has a great staff. John Butler was a big part of the success that we had during my senior year. He's an expert on the wing tee, and actually brought the wing tee to South Christian back in '84, I think. Mark Kamiga, who's also a great defensive coach, does a nice job running that. And we probably have the premier JV coach, Joe Zomerly. Sometimes it was fun as a player to watch different coaches interact with Coach Blackwire. Let's get back to the game.
Okay. Got Zierhoff under center, and we've got the number 80 in motion. He's going to go, but he's rolling to his left, or to his right, and he's going to keep it, going to run. And 63 is there to make the tackle. That's Joe Dykehouse. We've got 46 there on the tackle, Kurt Bowl. We've got 89, Scott Overman. Just a good, aggressive Sailor defense, but Zierhoff is able to get outside, and then as a result of that, gain a little bit of yardage. So now we've got 3rd down and 3, around about the 19, or around about the 24-yard line. Zierhoff dropping back to pass on 3rd and 3. Finds a receiver wide open, bounces off the shoulder pads. It's a nice pass, but sometimes, you know, especially for people who haven't played as much football, Tyler Hopp, that ball bouncing off the pad. So that makes it 4th and 3. But to me, this looks like 4-down territory. Maybe a field goal team. I'm not really sure what Holland Christian has as far as the kicking game. We'll see here what they're going to do.
They seem to be a little bit more uncomfortable when they get a little bit closer to the end zone.
I don't think they quite have the confidence yet, but
It's something that needs to grow on them.
yeah, as they play the game, they'll get used to it. Zierhoff, they are going to go for it. No kicking team. We've got a good rush. Zierhoff going back to pass. He eludes a couple of guys coming in, scrambles forward for the, it looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Carries the ball for Holland Christian.
Just kind of sidestepped a couple people. Good pressure there by the defensive line, but Zierhoff showing his athleticism. And was brought down by 46 Kurt Bowl.
Eric Eggleton.
So that'll be 1st and 10 now for Holland. 34-0 is the score. Holland threatening to score. 30 seconds left in the half. Running up the middle, number 41. That's not 41.
24, Kuiper's
44.
ball carrier. Tackled by number 77, Eric
Jeff Hoffman.
Eggleton.
And Angleton is the
Timeout,
tackler.
Holland Christian.
Timeout with 21 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 4. Holland Christian calling timeout to try to get a couple more plays in this half, hoping to go into the locker room with a score. That'd be that would feel a lot better going into the locker room with 7 points on the board as opposed to the double goose eggs. Okay, we were talking earlier about Bob Blackwire getting the Detroit Lions Coach of the Week award. One thing I did notice is that that award showed up on the obituary page and in the Grand Rapids Press. Really wasn't sure what to make of that to start with, but then as I read the article, I realized that Bob Blackwire was alive and kicking, doing well.
Doesn't look that old.
No, so we're glad that he won the award, and congratulations to him and the Sailors again for that. Okay, Zierhoff under center on the after the timeout. They run it up over the right guard.
Number 36,
Good for
Peterson.
about 3 yards, and they go into the hurry-up offense. They've called 2 plays during the timeout here. Brandon Peterson on the carry. Here's the next play. Pretty much the same play. Again, right over that right guard. Brandon Peterson carrying. This time they do get the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Coming right up again. They're just running that hurry-up offense. They got to snap it here, otherwise time's going to run out. Time runs out on them. A little bit of inexperience there. Out of timeouts, and maybe needed to take a quick snap and
Down it. They had the first down. They should have just spiked it.
Yep. So at the end of the first half, we've got Sailors 34, the Holland Christian Maroons 0, and we're going to have the South Christian Band take the field, and we'll be back with you towards the end of the halftime. This is Mike Lamont with Mike Lamont Jr., and we'll see you at the start.
I used to love cigarette ads. The cowboy on his horse, rugged, independent. It was beautiful. Then the cowboy died, got lung cancer from smoking. His name was Wayne McLaurin, and he was my brother. I'm Mac McLaurin. The tobacco industry used my brother in ads to create an image that smoking makes you independent. Don't believe it. Lying there with all those tubes in you, how independent can you really be?
We're back. It's about 2 minutes before the second half is going to start. We've got South Christian Sailors ahead 34-0 over the Holland Christian Maroons. Just a quick recap of some of the stats. As I said, the score is 34-0 in favor of South Christian. First down, South Christian has 14, Holland Christian 7. So South Christian dominating 2-1 in that area. As far as rushing yards, South Christian 22 carries for 156 yards, and Holland Christian 17 carries for 83 yards. Good ground game there by the Sailors. Passing yardage, South Christian with 124 yards passing, and Holland Christian with 16 yards. South Christian, 6 attempts, 4 completions, as I said, 124 yards. And Holland Christian, 8 attempts, 3 completions, and 3 interceptions. That's been one of the keys there, Mike, is the interceptions, 3 turnovers by way of the passing game, and South Christian taking full advantage there. Got total offense then, South Christian with 280 yards of total offense, Holland Christian 99 yards of total offense. The Maroons taking the field here, and followed by the South Christian Sailors coming out for their pre-second half warm-ups. No fumbles in the game, and punt returns, just 1 punt this game. South Christian having a punt return for 4 yards. Kickoff returns, the only time Holland Christian kicked off, the beginning of the game there, South Christian returned at 39 yards. We've got 5 returns for Holland Christian for a total of 116 yards. Those as far as penalties, Holland Christian has 1 penalty, just a 5-yarder. South Christian 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards. Surprising stat here, Mike, and if you make some comments on this one, Holland Christian time of possession 12 minutes and 57 seconds. South Christian time of possession 11 minutes and 3 seconds. So Holland Christian winning the time of possession battle.
Which kind of surprised me. Usually when you have more time on possession, you have more points on the board. Kind of tells me, they know they can kind of control the clock if they ever get ahead. It's just a quick scoring offense on the South Christian side.
Yeah, South Christian's done a nice job with a couple big plays and, of course, scoring off the defense one time. When they've gotten the ball, they've quickly moved the ball downfield for a score and then given the ball back to the Holland Christian offense. So that may account for some of that. Third down conversions, Holland Christian is 2 of 4. And South Christian is 100% on their third down conversions, 4 of 4. Fourth down conversions, South Christian not needing to have any. They're 0 for 0. And Holland Christian one time going for it on fourth down, and they made the first down. So they're 1 of 1 there. In the red zone, Holland Christian is 0 for 1. That would have happened right at the end of the first half there, just basically running out of time on the clock. And South Christian in the red zone twice, scoring both times. Some of the individual leaders for the Sailors, got Grant Webster with 8 carries and 53 yards, 1 touchdown, longest carry of 13 yards. We've got Matt Baker, the sophomore brought up to varsity this week, 5 carries for 49 yards. That's a really nice 9.8 yard per carry average. Ryan Cinema's got 5 carries for 34 yards. And Adam Sizemore, the quarterback, is kept it 4 times for a total of 20 yards rushing.
From the Maroons, we got Peterson with 9 carries and 39 yards. We got Tyler Zuroff with 3 carries and 25 yards. And also Jeff Nykirk with 4 carries and 13 yards. And Brett Kuipers with 1 carry for 6 yards.
Okay, on the receiving side, 4 Sailors have caught a football. Grant Webster, 65-yarder for a touchdown. John Stite, 25-yarder for a touchdown. Tim Dycraft caught a 23-yarder, and Ryan Cinema, an 11-yard pass. All those passes coming from Adam Sizemore. On the Holland Christian side, Brian Scobb catching 2 passes for 28 yards, and Peterson catching 1 for 4 yards. Those passes coming from Tyler Zuroff, the quarterback. Getting close to the kickoff here. Should be the Holland Christian Maroons kicking off to the Sailors. And Mike, I would expect with the score 34-0 and the Sailors having a relatively easy time putting the ball in the end zone, that we're going to see a variety of players there on the field. Maybe some second stringers. Every kid should get a chance to play tonight.
Yes, they will. I think Bob will send out the first string for the first run down the field. Get one more score on the board, then he'll let the second string and third string and so on get their chance to play.
Okay. Again, if you'd like to know more about BCTV, you can check out the website. That's www.byrontv.com. And we'd like to thank Patrick and Paul, our assistant manager and production assistant for BCTV, with their help tonight. If you missed the Byron Center versus South Christian football game, that will be rebroadcast right here on BCTV on Saturday, September 13 at 8 o'clock p.m. and on Monday, September 15 at 2 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. In addition to the broadcast of this game on Saturday, September 13, there will be rebroadcasts on Wednesday, September 17 at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And it looks like South Christian will be kicking off. I think it's their choice, and they probably just made the choice to kick off. Maybe a sportsman-like move there. So we've got David Kuhl kicking off for the Sailors. And we've got Scott Vanderveen deep. And he's going to take the ball on one bounce at the 10-yard line, running straight up the middle, and tackled at the ankles by number 22, Aaron Skolton. Aaron Skolton with a real nice tackle there for the Sailors. And the Sailor defense comes out. Mike, it looks like you're right. I see Ryan Gears coming out. Tim Vanderhyde. We've got Scott Hextra. It looks like primarily the first string defense taking the field here for maybe a quick stop, turn the ball over, and maybe get a score. Okay, Zierhoff, quarterback for Holland Christian, under center, full backfield, and finally we get number 8 in motion. Looks like the handoff to the middle, up the middle, is having some success running up the middle towards the end of the half, and the tackle is made by number 63, Joe Dykhouse.
A nice face-to-face tackle right there by Joe.
Nice job bringing him down. Joe's a pretty tough guy. I think Joe's in for Hesslink, Andrew Hesslink, who I know has suffered some back problems already this year, and maybe they're just giving that back a break. Joe's doing a nice job filling in for him. Same setup, number 80 in motion, running over the left side this time. That's number 36 on the carry, Peterson. It's Brandon Peterson, Paul Richard on the tackle, number 35. Ryan Gears is looks like he's leading the defense and taking the signal from Coach Tamiga there from the sidelines and communicating it to the rest of the Sailor defense. And it'll be 3rd and 3 to go for the Maroons. And we'll see if they put the ball in the air, if they keep it on the ground. He's in a shotgun formation. Zierhoff back to take the snap, and looks like a delay of game penalty against the Maroons. And that's unfortunate, bad break there. Go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Just part of a new program.
Yep, real drawback. You were sitting pretty good at 3rd down and 3. Now you got a little bit more further to go.
Well, they probably had a pass play called. They were in a shotgun formation, and so they probably got a play that'll get them 8 to 10 yards here. Now they're in a regular T formation. Zierhoff taking the snap. And it's an incomplete pass thrown to Brian Scott. And that brings up 4th down. And we'll probably see the second punt of the game. So the defense did what Coach Blackwire and Coach Tamiga wanted. They stopped the Maroons on the first possession, and looks like the ball will be getting turned over to South Christian Sailors here after the punt. '82 is the punter. That's Travis Walters. And Scott Maslink on the return, hit hard by number 70. Ryan Gensink,
Scott, and number 70,
and number 8, Brian Scott. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors at
Sailors
the
take over, 1st and 10
48-yard line.
Holland Christian 47-yard line.
And Mike, have we got the first string offense in there? Looks like number 3, John Vandenberg, at the quarterback position. So he's putting his, from what I can tell right now, at least 2nd string quarterback in. Vandenberg takes the snap and hands it off to number 5, who was in motion going around that right side, and he does a nice job with about a 8-yard gain there. And that's Chris Van Ryn, who's been in the game on the defensive side of the ball, but that's the first time we've seen him carry the ball on offense tonight. So a gain of 8 yards, that brings up 2nd and 2 for the Sailors. Tackle by 27, John Skierbeek that time. And Mike, if you get a chance, if you could take a look at that offensive line and see who we've got in there. Looks like we've got some different backs in. And this time it's the same play run to the other side. It's number 7, Scott Masselink, who just returned the punt. And Scotty does a nice job going around that left side, showing some of his speed. And 10-plus yards on the carry for a South Christian first down. Again, John Skierbeek, who's playing a safety position, I believe. And we do have a Maroon who's injured down on the field there. Taking a look at him on the Sailor sideline. And the Holland Christian coach or trainer coming across the field to meet the player. The South Christian trainer is attending to him right now. I don't know who that is yet. It's, it looks like Skierbeek. That'll be a loss for the Maroons there. Skierbeek's played a great game. There have been some injuries to this Holland Christian team, and I know they're missing their big receiver, big tall kid, junior, who's a easy target to hit, has good hands. I believe it's number 81 might be his number, but anyway, he's not on the field tonight because of injury. They've got number 44 there on the sidelines and crutches, so that does take away some of their potential offense. Not really sure what the situation is for the player here. Again, the broadcast times for this broadcast, in addition to the games broadcast on Saturday, there'll be a rebroadcast on Wednesday, September 17, here on BCTV, South Christian football versus Holland Christian football. And those times on Wednesday are 2 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. Also, for a great high school girls basketball game, you can watch the South Christian Sailors versus the Byron Center Bulldogs at Byron Center High School on Tuesday, September 16. And if you can't make it to the game will be shown on BCTV on Wednesday, September 17 at 4:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. And you can watch the two of the best teams in this area face each other. That's Wednesday at 4:40 and 9:30 p.m. If you'd like a copy of the broadcast tonight, you can call 878-6864. The tapes of the broadcast are $10 each. Again, that number is 878-6864. Just call BCTV and order a tape of the game. All you parents out there, you're going to need that for your for the library for your sons who are playing high school football. And it looks like the Skierbeek is sitting up now. Trainer still attending to him, and possibly a back or neck problem. Still has his helmet on. It's a good sign that he's sitting up. And it looks like they're getting ready to pull him up here, get him on his feet. He's on his feet. Gets a nice round of applause from the fans here at Waddell Field. And we'll see if he walks across the field there to the other sideline. Looks like he's going to do that. So walking under his own power, that's good to hear. A couple of his teammates, 50 and 70. That would be Josh Veldkamp and Ryan Gensink, couple of the big offensive tackles for the Maroons coming over to make sure he's okay, but he wants to walk out under his own power.
To update you on the offensive line for the Sailors now, we got 51 Brock Bykert at center, number 62 Matt Chapin at guard, and also number 66 Ryan Vandergalen at guard. The tackles are 68 Jeff Corkman and also 78 Kyle Pockett, who is also on the starting our offense.
So the Sailors and the Maroons back on the field. It's 1st and 10 for the South Christian Sailors. South Christian marching down on about the 27-yard line, threatening to score once again. Ball goes to the first carrier, it's number 21, running to the corner of the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Ryan Kroll. Way to go, Ryan.
What a great run by Ryan. Great blocking up front.
So it looks like the Sailors don't lose much. They put in their second string offense and just continue on marching down the field, continuing on with that impressive running game. And we've got Sizeword at a hold for the extra point. David Kuhl in to kick. Who's the snapper, Mike? Almost blocked. Good effort by Holland Christian. The point is good, making the score 41-0. South Christian ahead.
Scott Hookwire would be that long snapper.
Okay. Well, traditionally the South Christian students go out to the track to do push-ups after every score, with the number of push-ups equating to the score that the Sailors have on the scoreboard. In this case, 41.
The crowd is looking pretty small.
It looks like the crowd of students that have gone out there, it's about 5 people. It's Mr. Larry Pleasure, the principal, plus 5 students now. There's a few more lining up, and we'll see who can do 41 push-ups here. I don't know if we can get a shot of that or not. Those people doing, there we go. There's the guys doing push-ups. We'll see if they can do 41 here. Look like pretty quality push-ups so far. Now, I think some people aren't maybe going all the way down there.
We got up-downs going on with Holland Christian. I don't know if they're trying to stay warm or if that's a technique from the coach.
Well, once again, South Christian is going to kick off. And once again, we have number 51 for the Maroons. There's that crowd is cheering the completion of the 41 push-ups, and here's the kickoff. David Kuhl's kickoff again taken, nope, not taken by Vanderveen this time. It rolls into the end zone and out, and that'll come back to the 20-yard line. So the Maroons will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and we'll see who comes in for defense here. Just looking at some numbers, I've got number 46. On defense, who is Kurt Bolt. I've got 77, who is Eric Engleton. I've got 89, Scott Overman. I've got 76, Zach Youngsma. I've got 22, Aaron Skolton. 23, who is Ryan Cinema. Looks like 63 in the middle was Joe Dykhouse. 44, Dan Koning. And we'll see what comes up here. Under the ball, rolling to his left to throw. Now he's going to run. Zierhoff, arms wrapped around him after about a 5 to 6 yard gain. Number 46, Kurt Bowl. So Zierhoff takes the snap, rolls to his left. I think he was looking to throw, but nobody open, and decides to keep the ball on gains about 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Maroons. 84 is the bandit on this side. That's Nick Zylstra. He's played a good game on defense so far. See how he does containing, drops back on the pass coverage. Zierhoff to throw, and that ball falls into the hands of number 82. That's a completion. Very nice catch by Travis Walters. Aaron Skolton there on the defense, but that ball thrown in a way that could not be caught by the defense, and Travis Walters did a nice job coming back to the ball, diving, and catching it for a Maroon first down.
A little bit of pressure there by number 77, Eric Eagleton.
The Sailor defensive interior line continues to put pressure on Zierhoff as he drops back to pass. Well, 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Going back to pass again. Again, good pressure, and he's hit as he throws, and that ball almost intercepted.
Zorhoff's pass
And number 12 there on the coverage, Jason Allens.
brings up 2nd down for the Maroons.
Jason was running over there. That ball was fluttering. As Zierhoff released it, he was hit hard by 2 of the defensive linemen. And so the ball did not go where he wanted it to, but fortunately for the Maroons, it was not intercepted. And now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Safety reasons and touchdowns. Otherwise,
2nd and 10 for Holland Christian. That interior defensive line, I see Tim Vanderhyde is back in. Got the 89, Scott Overman. Or, I'm sorry, Eric Engleton, 77.
Quarterback tripped on his own feet and followed by Eric Eagleton and also number 84, Nick Zylstra.
Zorhoff tackled by number 84, Nick Zylstra. Brings
That's
up
a loss
3rd
of
down for the
about 8 yards. Makes it about 3rd and 18. So Holland Christian's struggling a little bit. They're going to call a timeout.
Holland Christian.
See what they can do here to continue to move the ball. Got a relatively light crowd last week for anybody who was at the game, the South Christian versus Byron Center game. We had what I would call a record crowd here at Waddell Field. I don't think I've ever seen that many people.
When you get it all the way around the field, it's quite packed in here.
Anywhere that you could be, there was somebody. Even for the playoffs, when we've had home playoff games, I don't think I've seen a crowd that big. So we had a great crowd last week. Just a good community rivalry that got started last week with a South Christian Byron Center football game. This week, a little bit less of a crowd. Holland Christian filling up, maybe at best half their stands. And pretty good crowd here for South Christian, but nothing like it was last week. Well, next week, South Christian's going to be home again, right here at Waddell Field. The game will be at 7 o'clock, and they're going to face the Caledonia Fighting Scots. It'll be next week, Saturday. That'll be September 19th. So Holland Christian back on the ball, 3rd and 18. They are in a shotgun formation. 2 backs stay in a block. Zierhoff fires a pass. No chance of that being intercepted, but it was to the it was wide of the intended receiver. Number 99, Todd Rosendahl. So it looks like Holland will be put into the punt formation again. We've got number 7 for the Sailors going deep. That's Scott Maslink. And the kicker for Holland Christian looks like Zierhoff is back there to take the snap, so maybe there'll be a fake punt. He kicks it very high but short, and the best thing to do is just get away from it. Scott Maslink wisely decides not to pursue that, and it's about a 15-yard punt with no return. So the Sailor offense comes out there. I'm seeing number 53 come out, number 46. Got 53, who is Tyler Bruin, 46, Kurt Bolt. John Vandenberg in at quarterback. Got 24 coming in now, Derek Pluger. And number 2, Matt Grassman coming in. South Christian 1st and 10. And Brock Bykirk is in at center. Number 2 with the ball. That's Matt Grassman. Real nice carry for about 8 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and 2. Number 3, John Vandenberg running in after getting the play from coach. coming in, calling the play. Coming up now for the huddle. At left guard there, we've got number 68. It was Jeff Cortman. He pulls, leads, but 51 comes in there to make the stop. 51, Scott Vanderveen, and he stopped Derek Pluger right there at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That'll make it 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and a long one.
The ball is on the maroon 40-yard line.
Looks like Bob has some substitutions going in.
Looks like 3 new sailors coming into the field. Got number 70. It was Nate Post
Checking in at tackle.
coming in to play tackle. Got 22 in the backfield, Aaron Skolton. On the near side here, and they call Aaron Skolton's number. And 22 with a carry, he gets hit right away, but he drags the defender across the first down marker there for a Sailor first down. That's Jordan Vanderluck making the stop from his linebacker position for the Maroons. 1st and 10 for the Sailors. Real nice job by Aaron there. He looked like somebody tried to wrap their arms around him right there as he got the ball, but he continued to move those feet. Did a nice job picking up the first down.
It's key to when you run is just keep those feet moving.
1st and 10. Vandenberg under center, takes a snap, gives to the first guy through, puts his head down, but no gain. There's just too many Maroon defenders there with probably not much blocking there. So that'll be no gain. Hit at the line of scrimmage. The Maroon tacklers led by number 50, Joshua Velkamp.
24, Luger, the ball carrier. Tackled by a whole bunch of Maroons.
We're going to call that about a 1-yard gain for 2nd and 9. Got Aaron Skolton wing on this side. He goes out to block, and they hand it off to number 2, Matt Grassman, who goes off tackle on the left side for a short gain. Tackle by Jeffrey Lubbers for Holland Christian. Now that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Sailors. 84 checks in for South Christian. That's Nick Zylstra, who's played a great game on defense again. It's going to be 3rd and 6. And we'll see if this offense can convert a first down. Probably in 4-down territory, so they don't have to get it on this one play here. And they're going to hand it off to 22 again, who's made some nice runs. That's Aaron Skolton. And he gains a couple yards, 1 to 2 yards is all. Just met by Brett Kuipers for Holland Christian. 4th and 5. But again, they're in 4-down territory, so now they need to pull that 5 to 6 yard play. Vandenberg with a snap, he hands it off, going around the right side here. They've got the first down. Nice run by Matt Grassman. And tackle by 99, Ted Rosendahl. That's a real nice run by Matt. There is a flag down on the field, so penalty. It may bring that back. Looks like it's going to be against South Christian.
A couple nice blocks around the end for number 2 to get on the outside right there.
Yeah, it definitely opened up the hole, but there might have been some holding. Looks like it's a from spot of infraction foul there. Stepping it off. Oh, it looks like a biggie. My guess is holding. Oh, blocking below the knee. The illegal block.
That wasn't one of the nice blocks I was talking about, if you were wondering.
Well, unfortunately, that brings it down, and that's going to make a 4th and 12 situation for the Sailors here, and we'll see what John Vandenberg has. They're going to run it up the middle, and the 21's got the ball, and I think that surprised the Holland Christian defense. Just a real quick trap up the middle. 21, Ryan Kroll, who's had a couple nice runs, running up the middle, brought down by Chad Bauman.
The Sailors turn the ball over on down.
And just short of the first down, though. So it'll be Holland Christian ball. 1st and 10. Nice run by
59-yard line.
Kroll that time.
I think the Holland Christian was more expecting the pass or so. It's not very likely when you go up the middle on the 4th and 12.
Is that 242?
That was pretty close to it.
Now Holland Christian will probably get this play off, then it'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. And they run up the middle, and again, a hole. South Christian does not stop him, running for the 1st down.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with a score. Sailors
Nice 12-yard play right there.
0.
12-yard gain, the stop by number 46, Kurt Bolt. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. With 1 quarter to play, we've got a score of 41-0 in favor of South Christian. Again, next week, the South Christian Sailors are the home team, facing Caledonia Fighting Scots here at Waddell Field, located at the Byron Center Middle School. The game begins at 7 o'clock p.m. Meanwhile, Holland Christian next week, they face the Bulldogs at Byron Center at Holland Christian. So here at in Byron Center, South Christian will go up against Caledonia, and over in Holland, Holland Christian will face off against Byron Center. Hey, start of the 4th quarter, score 41-0. South Christian over Holland Christian. Holland Christian football, 1st and 10, just completing a nice 12-yard gain up the middle. We'll see what the Holland Christian offense can do here. They've struggled up the middle again, this time stopped. Looks like 63, Joe Dykhouse on the stop, and also
Dykirk, the ball carrier.
I saw number 70 on the tackle, number 84, Nick Zylstra, number 70, Nate Post. Good interior line play, and then Joe Dykhouse coming in from his linebacker position to put that final stop there. So it was a gain of about 3 yards. We've got 2nd and 7 for the Holland Christian Maroons. Tyler Zerhoff, quarterback for Holland Christian, under center. High formation, going back to throw. No pressure this time, just a beautiful throw and catch. What a nice play.
Nice,
That's
nice.
Zerhoff to, I believe that's number 82, Travis Walters, who's made a couple good catches.
Zorhoff's pass completes
And we're
number
going to see a
82
replay of that. That was a
Tackle by
about a
number
45-yard
24,
pass
Luger.
play by the Holland Christian Maroons. Here's Zerhoff going back, and you can see there is no pressure on him, and he just throws the ball to a wide open receiver, has to slow down a little bit to catch the ball, and then he's brought down by number 24, Derek Kruger. Okay, well, in order to maintain the shutout here, the South Christian defense is going to have to tighten things up a little bit. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Zerhoff rolling to his left. He's going to throw. And that probably would have been a touchdown. Throw was a little bit low. Good effort there by 82, Travis Walters again. And or maybe that was 88, Tyler Hopp. That'll make it 2nd down and goal to go. Ball's on about the 9 or 10 yard line. So a tough place to have 1st and goal. Now 2nd and goal.
The 9-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep throwing it here. Zerhoff takes a snap. He's just a couple steps back. Doesn't find anybody. He's rolling to his left. He's going to hang on to the ball. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Holland Christian. And nice job by Tyler Zerhoff, who went back, looked like he wanted to throw. Nobody open. He made a good choice to roll to his left, looking, and made the decision to bring it in himself.
Yep, around the end again.
Got to contain.
They're losing their battle over there.
Yeah, that was a weakness last week against Byron Center, and we're not seeing a big improvement here this week. It's probably something Coach Blackwire and Tamiga will work on during the week prior to meeting Caledonia here at this field next week.
I'm sure they know about it. Nice little fake right here.
They fake extra point attempt to go for 2, and they do make the extra point attempt. So now the score is 41-0 to 8.
Correction point is good for Holland Christian. So with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game.
9:35 left in the fourth quarter.
8.
41 to 8. Last week, Holland Christian did score 13 points. First week, they did not score at all. So for them, even a goal to score more points each week. 14 points last week. So no points first week, 14 the second week, and maybe they get 15 or 16 this week.
It'd be nice for them to see a little bit more improvement, game by game. That'd be good.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what the coaches over there are looking for.
Sailors lead by less than 35 points. So
The Holland Christian coach is Tim Lant, who came over from Holland High School. He's a Hope College graduate, and just saw a good opportunity to come over to Holland Christian to bring a program up from its start. And I'm sure he'll be successful. As we talked about, the Holland Christian freshman team beat the South Christian freshman team 45 to 13. And the JV side, South Christian over Holland Christian 42 to 28. Here on the varsity, we've got South Christian 41 to 8, leading Holland Christian. Holland Christian to kick off. And it looks like Grant Webster taking the ball up, crossing the 30, 35, still on his feet, feet moving over the 40-yard line down to about the 41 or 42. Tackle by number 51, Scott Vanderveen. Nice run by Grant. He had his knees high as he was running and broke a few tackles there, but looked like a good setup, good wall set up by that kickoff return team. So South Christian takes over 1st and 10 at their 41-yard line. And we've got number 3, John Vandenberg, coming in for the Sailors to run the offense. Pretty much been in the, it's been the John Vandenberg offense the entire second half.
Yep. They also put Tyler Bruin in at the right guard.
And timeout on the field. I'm not sure if that was Holland Christian.
Holland Christian timeout.
Calling timeout. Okay. Now maybe they're going to try to make some defensive adjustments here. That gives time for Coach Blackwire to meet with his players on the field. Well, South Christian pretty much picking up right where they left off at halftime. Able to move the ball. Now last time they were stopped on 4th down. Almost making it on after a, well, actually they had the 1st down, but then the penalty brought them back.
And nice run by
Ryan
Kroll.
Ryan Kroll made that nice run, almost getting the 1st down, turning the ball over, but then Holland Christian taking the ball and bringing it in. Nice pass play for their first score of the night. Well, it'd be nice for John Vandenberg and company to have a score, put a score under their belts. They come up to the line now. We've got
Sailors 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Center, I think, is Brock Bykirk. John Vandenberg hands off to number 24, Derek Pluger. And Pluger makes a nice run going around that right side. John Vandenberg with a nice fake, hoping to get that Maroon defense to think that he was bootlegging around the right side, but they weren't biting off on it. It was a nice 5-yard gain by Pluger. He was stopped by number 88, Tyler Hopp, for the Maroons. Second and 5 for the Sailors. John Vandenberg under center. Center is Bykirk. Takes a snap, got a guard pulling. Ball's bouncing off the ground, picks it up off the ground for a, that'll be a loss of about 3 yards. That was number 22, Aaron Skolton, who just never had a handle on the ball. Ball kind of bouncing around in front of him. He picked it up on one of the bounces, and again, Tyler Hopp over there for Holland Christian to make the stop. With a loss of 2 or 3 yards there, that makes it 3rd and 8 for the Sailors. And if they don't make this, you'll probably see the punter come in. Hand it up off the middle, up the middle. And he breaks through. I think, again, people are confused. 21 on the carry, running into the end zone. Ryan Kroll again. Ryan, you've had some great runs.
He was wrapped up about 10 yards in the run, and they just let him go. Just a nice fake all the way down.
Okay, even the cameraman was faked out, I think, on this, but we're going to see a replay. Good faking. There's
You can see him wrapped
there's
up.
Kroll. He gets away. I think people weren't sure he had the ball. And then he just puts his legs to work and speeds into the end zone. Ryan Kroll with a long touchdown run there for the South Christian Sailors. David Kuhl with a kick. And the point's good.
Good for the Sailors. 7:53 left in the game. Sailors 48, Maroons
48 to 8.
48. Think they can do 48 push-ups?
Well, here come looks like Mr. Pleasure. He's out there. Looks like maybe Mr. Gitchelar. Got a few students out there. I think maybe Mr. Gitchelar is going to do the counting, or is he going to go down and do push-ups too? 48 push-ups. Well, maybe some of the kids are going to do jumping jacks here in that back row. Here come the push-ups. Yep, we got the back row there. Four girls in football jerseys doing jumping jacks. And Mr. Gitchelar is out there to quality control those push-ups, those 48 push-ups. I think he's especially trying to pay attention to Mr. Larry Pleasure, the principal, and Mr. Gitchelar's boss. Make sure that he does proper 48
Remember, next
push-ups.
Thursday night, the Sailor freshmen and junior varsity will play at Caledonia. Game times,
Now, some of those people are slowing down on the
junior
push-ups.
varsity at 6:30 at Caledonia. The varsity will play right here next Friday night against Caledonia, 7 o'clock.
Okay, finish the 48 push-ups. Most of the people down there finish the 48 push-ups. And South Christian Sailors, after scoring, nice touchdown run by Ryan Kroll, getting ready to kick off. David Kuhl to kick off to number 86, Mitchell Timmerman, and 51, Scott Vanderveen. Oh, a little mix-up there on who's going to catch the football, and it bounces into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback with the ball coming out to the 20-yard line. Holland Christian, 1st and 10.
Sailors will take over 1st and 10 from
Well, Mike, we talked earlier about Coach Bob Blackwire being honored as the Detroit Lions
their own 20.
High School Football Coach of the Week. And we just want to congratulate him again and congratulate the South Christian Sailor program, football program. I think there's a $1,000 amount of money there that goes to the program because of that award. So congratulations, Bob, on that award. Okay, the Maroons rolling right, but hit hard, and then he throws the football. That's going to be intentional grounding. This isn't like the pros where if you get outside the tackle, you can throw the ball without being penalized. But Scott Overman came up and he just met Zierhoff and nailed him. Zierhoff, thinking that he could just throw the ball and not take the loss, is going to end up taking the would be a penalty plus a loss of down, I believe. So they're going to end up with a, I guess it's not a loss of down. And maybe there's a holding penalty because it's 1st and 25 for Holland Christian. And they're going to run it up the middle, just trying to get some room here. And the runner, I don't have his number, but still on his feet. 76 for Holland Christian, going through and just continuing to block downfield. It's Widerwich, Trevor Widerwich, and the ball carrier is Brandon Peterson. And he, has a decent gain there, but it's still going to be 2nd and 12 for the Maroons because of the penalty. Actually, the down marker's showing 3rd down, but I believe it's 2nd down because of the penalty. Zierhoff with the snap going back. Good pressure, and
He loses it.
it's met. He as he is throwing the ball, he's hit, and the ball is caught by a Sailor defensive lineman coming in. I think it was by number 46, Kurt Bolt. Kurt coming in from his defensive position. I'd like to see a replay of that if we can get that. Zierhoff going back to pass, and good pressure again by that defense. Okay, Sailors coming up first and goal after the interception by Kurt Bolt. And John Vandenberg under center takes the snap, gives it to the number 22. And
Right down to the 3.
not quite in the end zone, but 22, Aaron Skolton, who's had some nice runs. The tackle by number 30 is by Overway. Brent Overway.
Number 22, Skolton, the ball carrier.
Nice carry by Skolton, and a good surge by the offensive line there. Looks like we've got some new guys coming in here, 66, 84, and 2. 66 is Vandergalen, and 82 or 84 is Zylstra, and 2 is Matt Grassman. John Vandenberg under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and not in the end zone yet. It's going to be a third and goal with probably less than a yard to go.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him do a short little run right up the middle.
Maybe time for that 242. Yeah, maybe even Vandenberg on the keeper. Got 51 as the center. That is Bykirk, Brock Bykirk. Getting some good playing time with the lead that we've got, and leading the offensive line here. We'll see what type of charge they can put. Just going to hand it off tackle. He goes in, slanting in. I think he's got it. Not much of a hole, but enough of a push from the offensive line and the running back. Not even sure who it was there. Going in for the touchdown. That's just a matter of the legs continuing to move. That makes the score 54-8. And the extra point is good. Makes it 55-8. So the Sailor offense rolling. Saw a good offensive first game against Grand Rapids Christian, but the defense just couldn't hold up, and we lost that one. Saw a great offense last week against Byron Center, and we scored enough points to win, had enough turnovers. And now this week against the Maroons of Holland Christian, a lot of offense. Pretty good success running, pretty good success passing. I think this half it's pretty much been a running game, and that's probably what we'll see. No reason to really pass the ball at this point.
A lot of good playing time for the second string and third string guys.
Yep, and we've got people down there doing push-ups. We'll see who can do 55 push-ups. Crowd thinning down. We'll get a few more people doing jumping jacks instead. I see that Larry Pleasure is back there not doing jumping jacks or push-ups. Taking a break this time around.
Might be a little winded yet.
Well, he's not as young as he used to be. He's down there laughing, though, having a good time. Well, one thing about Holland Christian now, I do not see them getting dejected. I don't see them resigning themselves. They continue to play hard. They just don't have the experience yet to be competitive against South Christian.
They have got a good attitude towards it.
That's right. It looked like kind of a squib kick, 56. Brian Rick boost picks up the ball. I don't know if that was intentional or if that just went off the foot there of number 34, David Cool.
Holland Christian takes over. First and 10 from their own 35.
Now we're inside of 4 minutes for the fourth quarter. And it's Holland Christian football first and 10, and they're on their own 35-yard line. And hands it off up the middle. Matt stood up really by number 63 from the Sailors on defense. And that would be Joe Dykhouse. Ball carrier is Nykirk, the Holland Christian fullback. And he's like I said, he's just stood up immediately by Joe Dykhouse and also Matt Hurtis on the in on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Holland Christian. Take the snap, and it's a handoff. Again, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got number 76. Got number 44, Dan Koning, and number 76, Zach Youngsma. And once again, you're watching South Christian High School football versus Holland Christian. I'm Mike Van Laan. I've got Mike Van Laan Jr. with me, and my daughter Melissa Van Laan is up here spotting for the helping us figure out who's making the tackles, who the ball carrier is. And my wife Carol is in the concession stand selling hot dogs and popcorn. Family affair here for South Christian football. Ball carrier is number 36.
Nice little
Peterson.
10-yard run.
And it looks like he might have enough for the first down. Tackled by Dan Koning. And that is a first down. First down, Holland Christian.
All fans to please stay off the field and off the track after the game. Please stay off the field and off the track after the game. Thank you.
Well, Tyler Zerhoff, quarterback for Holland Christian. Number 8 is Brian Scott. He's in motion. Zerhoff back to throw. He's just pressured again. Good pressure by the South Christian defense, and Kurt Bolt was in. Kurt Bolt had the interception earlier. Kurt Bolt was in to provide pressure, and so was number 84, Nick Zylstra. Good pressure by Bolt and Zylstra. Bolt's playing that, looks like he's playing that bandit position on the right side, on the near side of the field here. And Zerhoff taking the snap again, going back to throw. Completed this time. And a slant from the right side to number 8, his receiver Brian Scott.
Tackle by number 21, Ryan Kroll.
And Ryan Kroll on the coverage and makes a tackle, but it's a first down for Holland Christian.
First and 10. Holland
So they've
Christian
had
on the South Christian 42
success
yard
passing from time to time. As I mentioned earlier, their big receiver is injured and not playing for Holland Christian. Got Scop in motion, Zerhoff rolling to the left. Stops, gonna run, gonna throw, gonna run. And he's brought down by number 2
Tackled by number 22, Skolten.
and by number 22. Number 22, Aaron Skolten, and by number 2, Matt Grassman in on the tackle there. But gain of about 7 yards for Holland Christian. And they come right up to the line of scrimmage. They're anxious to run the ball again. They're in a shotgun position, but time runs out. So that's the ball game. Final score 55-8. South Christian over Holland Christian. Mike, any final thoughts on the game?
I thought for the most part they looked pretty good. You know, a few little things they can work on this week for the next week's game against Caledonia. But yeah, I think they look pretty good. Nice running game, nice passing game.
Nice job by South Christian, scoring 55 points and holding Holland Christian to 8. As I said, next week, South Christian meets Caledonia here at the Byron Center field, and Holland Christian will be at home playing the Byron Center Bulldogs. I'm Mike Van Laan. With me is Mike Van Laan Jr.